So here's my new Unity project. This is a blank project I created. Just going to Unity Hub, clicking on New, and then I named it Example Project New, just to show you guys what's up. And to log this into Collab, the first thing you'll need to do is, you click on Collab, and if you click on Start Now, it's going to load this services tab kind of behind this box. I can click in the box again to hide it. And this is where I'm going to create a project ID that allows me to push my project to the cloud. So I'm going to select Natalie Mesnard, which is my Unity organization, and you should probably only have one. So you select yours, you click Create, and then Unity will load this Services tab, which means now I have a project connected with the Collab system. And when I click here and click on Start Now, I should actually be able to push the project. This is much the same as last time. And here we have our familiar ability to push. I'll type initial commit. And the project is committed. So it's available there in the cloud now. Anyone who's added to the project can access it, but it takes a little bit of doing to actually add someone to your project. So let me show you guys how to do that. You're going to go to the Unity website here. I have it open, and clicking up here to log in. I'm already logged in here. It looks like I'm actually in as the wrong account. And one of the things I wanted to touch base with you guys on is if you're going to add me to your project, you're going to need to do it with this email address. This is my personal email address, and it's the one I use with Unity. So please use this email, mesnardna@gmail.com, to add me. I think I had told people to use my Eline Media account last time, and that was incorrect. So use my mesnardna@gmail address, and you'll be on the right track. So I'm going to log in here with this address and access my Unity account to show you guys again how to add someone to a project. So I'm going to click up here, and I'm going to go to Organizations. I'm part of a bunch of organizations here, so don't worry too much about this. You'll see your organization there, and you'll click on your own screen name to go to the organization. Once again, this is not my real address, so don't send me any presents because I don't live there. So what you're going to do here is, and this is really important to do in the right order, clicking on members and groups. So over here on the left is members and groups. I'm going to click here. And what I need to do if I want to add somebody to my project is I first have to add them as a member of my Unity organization. So I'm going to click the plus here, and I'm going to add Dan. Now here's Dan's email. You can add him as well. I type his email in the box, and then he can be a user in my Unity organization. That should be fine. I don't need to add a group. I just click next. Here's my screen to review before I continue. I click invite members, and this should send Dan an email letting him know I've invited him to my organization. So that's step 1 in members and groups. Step 2, I'm going to go to subscriptions and services. I'm going to click on manage seats. And now I have Dan listed here and myself. I've got an X here, which would allow me to revoke a seat, and a plus next to Dan's, which means I can assign him a seat in my organization. So he needs a seat to be on the project. I'm going to click this green plus, and it says seat is assigned successfully. I scroll down, I look, and it says Unity Teams Basic next to user in Dan's row. He should be good to go. Now, something to keep in mind here is if you're not paying for Unity, you can only put 3 people in your organization at a time. So if you add Dan and you add me, you won't be able to add anyone else. If you end up wanting to add someone else to your team, if you want to work with someone else, you'll need to delete either Dan or myself and add that other person as a member, then assign them a seat here in subscriptions and services. So make sure you remember that if you're trying to add another person, you need to check if you've already hit the maximum number of 3. And you yourself do count as one of the 3 people in the organization. So, all right. So you've added a member, you've given that member a seat. The last step is to actually add them to the project. So I'm going to click on projects here. And my project's name was Example Project New. I'm going to go click on this. There it is. And I click on the title. Here's the overview for my project. There's all kinds of details on analytics and all this stuff that we don't need. What we do need to do is click on Settings, click on Users, and then I'm here where I can add people from my organization who have seats to the project. So I click in the field. Dan's name is actually already an option because I added him and he has a seat. So when I click on him there, this blue button should light up nicely. I can click Add. And there he is in the bottom. And if all of this works as planned, Dan should see this project now appear in the list for Unity Hub. And he'll be able to download the project and pull whatever the latest changes are.